Time now for baseball on the show. We're live at Nationals Park here in Washington, D.C. Game number 3 of this new season between the New York Mets and the Washington Nationals. The Nats look for the series sweep at home against their division rivals. First pitch is next. Patrick Corbin gets the ball for Washington in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
200 strikeouts on the season last year. That's not an easy thing to do. You definitely consider this guy a strikeout pitcher, and if he brings the same stuff that he had last year into this new season, we could see more than 200 strikeouts 2 years in a row.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Now a swing and a miss on the slider as the leadoff man is set down on strikes to open up the ball game. And now a chance to meet the Mets. Mark, what do you have on this lineup as they go for their first win?
Taking a look at this lineup, they're going to have to work the count. That's the key to success right here. They have to find a way to drive this guy's pitch count up and get into that bullpen as quick as possible.
And there's at number 2. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And next is the catcher, Wilson Ramos. Here comes the first pitch. Swung on and grounded to the second baseman, Defoe. Throw on to Adams will take care of him, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3, and now the Nationals get their first opportunity. No score. The speedy Trey Turner digs in now. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Oh, and he leaves the fastball up there. Mistaken location. He is going to pay for it dearly as that ball is sent over the wall. A home run. Trey Turner with a solo shot. 4th home run here in the early going. As the Nationals strike first, it's 1-0. And the Hall of Fame catcher Gary Carter hits next. Back up the middle. And that's through for a hit.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball is going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Juan Soto to the plate now. Hard hit towards center. Lagares is there, and he has it for the first out. And a look now at the hometown Nationals starting lineup. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
Well, I'm going to have to keep a close eye on Trey Turner. He's got 6 RBIs in this series already, so obviously he's had a huge impact on the last few games. Now they're hoping for more of the same from him, and as someone watching this game, so am I.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Now a swing as he shoots this down the right field line. And now it'll kick around in the corner. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
One team's dream inning is another team's nightmare, right? That's their 3rd hit of this opening inning. This one a double. That's got to have the pitcher pretty upset out there, and the manager wondering how long he's going to go on this one.
In now is Adam Eaton. Line drive to center field. Catch is made. Runner tagging from third. And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
Always productive to score runs when you can, and that sacrifice fly right there drives home the 2nd run of the inning.
And here now is Wilmer Defoe. He's 3 for 7 in the series coming in. First pitch on its way. Line drive to left. Cespedes will get there, and he puts it away to retire. Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. He'll start things out in the top half of the second. And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort. Ball 2 as the breaking ball misses inside.
One thing's clear, he's not afraid to pitch inside, right? One pitch ducks him away, then he comes right back with another one. So clearly this pitcher, he's not afraid to work that inner half of the plate.
Today's contest is, of course, the finale of the series, and the home side has dominated so far. They've got the opportunity to complete the sweep with a win in this one.
This team going for the sweep is looking for some home cooking. It's always nice to win a series, but particularly nice when you can sweep a series at home.
Robinson Cano is in with one away now as he swings and misses here at strike one. Hops this one up, and no one will track it down. He takes strike three called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away.
Oh, man, he's been absolutely getting overmatched at the plate the last couple of games. That's his fifth strikeout in this series alone. So clearly this pitching staff, they figured out how to attack this guy. We'll see if he can make any adjustments.
Grounded down the third baseline. Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. And he's able to stay alive here as the foul's tipped right off the catcher's grill. And that'll ring in the ears a bit. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing. Here's Matt Adams now. He was not much of a factor at the plate during yesterday's win as he took an 0 for 4 line. First delivery to him on the way. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Lagares is under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Okay, here's how the Mets are lining up defensively. And guys, the thing I want you to take a look at today is in today's game, the new age, everyone wants to move around. This manager does not like to shift a lot. Maybe a step to your right or left, but there's a lot of trust that the pitchers are going to execute. So let's see how it works out for them in this one.
Throw gets him, 2 down. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Patrick Corbin. Wheeler's ready. First pitch on the way. Hard on the ground towards short. Gloved by Lowry. Throw on to first. A 3-pitch inning, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for. Here's Jed Lowry now. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1.
I know he buried that slider in right there, but that's a dangerous pitch. If he doesn't pop commit and bury that inside, it leaks out over the plate. He can get hurt with that pitch.
Turner will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone. Here's the first pitch to him. There's a good breaking ball as it gets the bottom of the zone. Mets are still looking for their first hit of the ball game. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now. So back-to-back sliders for strikes. Does he come back with yet another?
There's another slider. That's back-to-back good sliders, and this guy's breaking ball is really good. And when he's throwing it well like he is, and he's confident with it, he can throw it 3 or 4 times in a row. A really good slider in this one.
And it's 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
Well, he doubled up on that slider, so that tells me he's really feeling it at this point in the game. Good chance we'll see a heavy dose of that slider.
And the throw is in time to get him to retire the side. Down in order go the Mets. They trail things here 2-0. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt. The first pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on.
Leadoff single to start the third right now. From an offensive standpoint, keep the aggressive at-bats happening. Keep the pressure on the defense. Everything's looking good right now.
Digging in now, Gary Carter. He reached on a single in his first try. Here comes the first pitch. Liner toward right center. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Hey guys, he's not known for being a singles hitter right here, but that's his second knock of the game.
And I'm sure he'll take him, but the guys on the other side of the scorecard might be thinking we really avoided a worse fate. Into the box now, Juan Soto. Strike taken to throw. Not in time. He's safe at third as they pull off the double steal.
You know, I was pretty surprised to see him on the move to third because it didn't seem like he had that much of a lead, but he made it work out. That was really impressive.
Turner on third. Carter stands at second. No outs. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Lagares is under it. Makes the catch, but the runner from third breaks for home. Notch one in the score column as the runner from third crosses the plate. So next will be the 4-hole for the Nationals, Vladimir Guerrero. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate.
Yeah, he jumped all over that first pitch last time up. Interested to see if he has the same approach this AB.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second.
Yeah, and when a pitching coach goes to the mound this early, he's probably just looking to reset the pitcher's mindset, get him to forget about the negative, and give him something positive to focus on. We'll see if he responds.
Into the box now, Adam Eaton. 7 runs driven in for him on the series with 6 hits, so he's taken advantage of several good opportunities to do damage. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball 1. And he looks at a slider in there. 1-1. Eaton, an Ohio native. He was selected in the 19th round back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
What an absolute steal. I mean, this guy has gotten a lot of people some big raises in the organization. To be drafted as low as he was and turned himself into one of the biggest superstars in our sport. I am very impressed with what this guy's been able to accomplish.
Absolutely jumped all over that fastball, and it might have been a home run if he had any elevation under it, but it was basically right at the outfielder.
Into the box, Wilmer Defoe, as he'll take strike 1 on the inside corner. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat. And there's a base hit on the line.
I mean, bottom line right here, it all comes down to execution. If he's going to miss flat, middle, up all day long, it's going to be a long night for this pitcher.
In now, Matt Adams, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Wheeler pauses. Here's the 0-1. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Cespedes is after it. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn. Back to the top of the... Can he get up and make the play? He can indeed. A great play there for the first out. Here's Juan Lagares. First offering on its way. Called strike at the letters, 0-1.
Hey, he's rolling so far in this one as we head into the middle part of this game. How about 90% of his first pitches have been for strikes? If he continues to do that, he just might finish this one.
To his left, Rendon on to first, and that is 2 quick outs to start the 4th. Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
Behind 0-2 now. The 0-2 once more is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3. In now is Anthony Rendon.
Even though they're up by a boatload early on in this one, you can't get complacent and get lazy. They got to
a swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. A leap at the wall, but forget it. It's gone. A home run. Standing in now, Patrick Corbin. Swing and a liner. And Lowry won't be able to track it down. This gets through, a base hit.
Hey, guys, he's got to feel good about that right there. You know, you're not expecting much on the offensive side. He said to heck with that. He find barrel right there. That was a bullet for a base hit.
Into the box now, Trey Turner. Drilled right back up the middle. And that finds its way through for a base hit. And now time is called here as their pitching coach is going to pay a quick visit to the mound to discuss how they want to attack things here. Now the New York manager's up off the bench on his way to the mound. And that is going to be all for Zach Wheeler. So he'll beat an early retreat here this afternoon as he could never really get into the flow of the ball game. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. And now it'll rattle up against the wall. He pulls into second safely as a run will score on the play as well.
He didn't fool anybody there because he was waiting on that curveball all the way. Stays back and lets it break right over the heart of the plate. Gives it a ride and drives in a run. Nice piece of hitting right there.
Hit sharply on the ground to the left. And that's through into left field for a base hit. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
When you're up by 7 runs any time in the game, let alone this early, it feels awfully good. They are hitting on all cylinders here, but they have to be careful not to let off the gas pedal now.
Now at the plate, Vladimir Guerrero. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Line to the right side, but a foul ball. Comes set and the 0-1. Liner towards second. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done.
Off the bat, that had soft base hit written all over it, but a nice snag there by the infielder on that soft liner that could have been a potential base hit.
Here comes the first pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Catch will be made here. Tagging is the runner from third. In to score the runner from third. So 2 are gone now in the Nationals' fourth. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Wilmer Defoe. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Big curveball right down the middle for strike number 2.
Ooh, I'm shocked he got away with that one, boys. Curveball right down the middle of the plate. And for him to take that pitch looking, he had to be sitting on something else, but he should have pulled the trigger.
And that ball gets down out near the wall and should be extra bases. And they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
That will drive a pitching coach crazy. He has the hitter down 0-2 in the count, and instead of making him chase at something off the plate, he grooves one that's driven down the line for a run-scoring double. Have to make better pitches on an 0-2 count.
Stepping in now, Matt Adams. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. This will kick up against the wall now. The runner scores from second, and he will pull into second with an RBI double.
Let's take another look at just a textbook swing right there. Good weight transfer, good hands to the ball, solid contact, and great extension through the ball.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as a swing gets. Nice look at it there from our camera guys as well. Into the box, Anthony Rendon. Shot toward right center. Boy, and the shellacking continues as this is down for extra bases. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. And he'll get there without a play. It's a stand-up triple.
Whatever these guys had for their pregame meals, they need to eat it before every game. They've been tearing it up this inning, and that triple is just one in a long line of solid hits. That's 7 runs that have come home here, and they're not done yet.
Standing in now, Patrick Corbin. And it's in time at first, and hallelujah. But a big inning here as 7 runs cross the plate, and this lead grows even wider. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
And he told me, overall, he's not happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They haven't had a single guy on base yet, so it's starting to feel a little desperate down here. But he said they've unfortunately just been faced with some really great pitching today. The key going forward is to find any way they can to get him out of his rhythm on the mound. Now, that may be a tall task, but they feel the little adjustments could lead to things turning around for them.
All right, thanks, Heidi. Easy fly ball into shallow center field. Defoe has a play, 1 out.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range, heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Here's Robbie Cano now. As he'll take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike 1. 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. Close there, but he doesn't get the call with the breaking ball. And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2.
Yeah, Matty, you see the same pitch 3 times in a row and you find yourself down 1-2 in the count. Your head starts to get on a swivel here. Is he coming back with it 4 times, or do I have to sit on something else?
And this is swung on and missed, so it's 2 up, 2 down to start the 5th. First pitch on its way. A little late on the fastball here as this is bounced foul just off to the left. Strike 1. And he fouls this one off. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And he struck him out. His 8th punch out of the ball game. And that one. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Nationals manager Dave Martinez between innings, specifically about his club's offense to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Top to bottom, he said his guys have been picking on the right pitches to swing at, and they've done a nice job of using the whole field. He said that always seems to be a recipe for success, and their 7 extra base hits in this one are evidence that it has been.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. And this is going to be his 4th hit of the game, as this should wind up as extra bases. And he'll pull into second with his 4th hit of the ball game.
Well, back in the day, you would hope your leadoff man can work a walk or leg out an infield single, but not in today's game. Now they expect the leadoff hitter to have a little pop, just like this guy. Nice leadoff double.
Digging in once again, Gary Carter. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. Strike called. Now the throw down is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base.
Oh, this kind of goes against those unwritten rules of baseball. They're leading big, so there's really no reason for them to steal third right there, and I'm not sure that was taken too kindly in the opposing dugout.
Here comes the 0-1. Hit down the third baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Striding in now for the Nats, Juan Soto. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. First pitch on its way. And he goes the other way as this is hit high and deep out to straightaway left. And the run is in to score from third. And he is into second base with an RBI double.
When this thing left his bat, I started thinking it might have enough to get out of here. Didn't quite carry enough, but it does one-hop the wall off the track, and he cruises into second with an RBI two-bagger. You'll take that every day of the week.
He is not close as he's in there with a stolen base. Soto takes his lead at third with 1 away. Strike 2 called on the inner half. 0-2 now.
This is where, as a batter, you got to find a way to put something in the outfield, get something elevated. I know you got to battle with 2 strikes and protect, but if anything is belt or above, you got to swing.
Line toward the alley in left center. And this will hop over the wall, but the run will score. In now, Adam Eaton. A couple of RBIs for him already, and a chance for more here. First offering on its way. He pulls this one into right. And that's taken in straightaway right. Will he try from second? And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Wilmer Defoe. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. From the stretch. Squared that one up just a little late. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field, and he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Good deception on the slider there as he's way out in front.
This is the bugaboo on the offensive side. You want to stay in there and work a guy's count and hopefully get into the bullpen. But when you find yourself 0-1 every time, hitting becomes even more difficult.
This pitch is popped up, and this is taken in for out number 1. Next for the Mets, Dominic Smith. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Ball 1. No runs, no hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman.
Classic change of speeds right there. Threw the hitter's timing off. Got a late foul ball. Interested to see where he goes now.
And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game. Travis d'Arnaud will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away. And Robert Gesellman gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. High in the air out to center field. Under it, Lagares, and there's one away. So digging in now, Anthony Rendon. Lifetime matchup numbers with Gesellman. 7 hits and 15 at-bats. He's able to take the ball the other way here. High and deep to right center. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. In now, Patrick Corbin. As he connects on the first pitch with a fly ball to center. There to pull it in, Lagares, and there are 2 away now. Stepping up now, Trey Turner. He came across to score after doubling in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. Line drive to left. Cespedes is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. Back here at Nationals Park, this one pretty much all over, but the shouting as we check our game summary to see how we've gotten to where we are. The first pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. And a slider stays outside and he falls behind 2-0.
After 2 breaking pitches, there's a pretty good chance right now you're probably going to get something right in the middle of the strike zone to swing at. So if you're looking for it, go ahead and turn that baby loose.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Now a swing and a miss as he was trying to flick that one the other way, and it's a full count now. 3-2.
I know we want to focus on the offense and how bad they've been so far, but can we give some love to the pitcher? He has had these guys in the rocking chair all day.
Pitch on the way. Fouled away. Now here's the pitch. Slider, and that's in there for strike 2.
Well, he got the leadoff guy inning on a ground out, and now he's 0-2 to start this at bat. He looks really sharp so far to start the 7th.
He throws him on the breaking ball that time. Juan Lagares goes down for out number 2 in the top half. No runs, no hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
This offense is going to have to find a...
And he struck him out to retire the side, so he's through 7 complete, still working on a masterpiece. Mets go to... Stepping in, Gary Carter. He was punched out looking at strike 3 last time through. First pitch of the at-bat. Line hard toward right center, but this will not elude the right fielder's grasp as he ranges over to handle it for the first out. Striding in once again, Juan Soto, hoping to build off that RBI double from his last plate appearance.
Yeah, it's been an offensive explosion for him today. There's a fight at the bat rack. Everyone seems to be putting barrel on baseball in this lineup.
In time to first, and there are 2 away. Stepping into the box, Vladimir Guerrero. It was an RBI double for him in his last turn to the plate. Slider finds the zone for a strike.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the...
Hit high and deep to left field. Cespedes is going back, and goodbye. This one ain't coming back. Paul Sewald comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Into the box now, Adam Eaton. Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
Hey, guys, that's an excellent job right there. That's a back foot slider. Usually those are kryptonite for most batters, and he's able to fight it off, keep his hands inside the baseball, and deliver a base hit.
Into the box, Wilmer Defoe, as he hits one on a line to left field. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double. So striding in, Matt Adams. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
The 0-1 pitch. Now Adams connects deep to right. Gone into the home bullpen for a So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. Second home run early in the year as the blowout continues. Standing in now, Anthony Rendon. Swing, and this is also hit well out to deep center, and that'll get down out there near the wall. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
Hey guys, he's lucky he's getting this baseball back. He hung that middle of the plate. The batter's eyes lit up, and he was able to put good wood on it.
So here now is the pitcher, Corbin. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned the chance to take this at bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to stay with him. He's been exciting to watch, and he's really had this crowd behind him the entire game.
Comes set with the 0-1. Here's a blooper out toward left center. Here comes Cespedes. He can't get to it. This one's down. In to score the runner from second.
This is just bordering on ridiculous now, guys. 19 runs in one game. To say that they're having some success at the plate would be like saying some kids are excited at Christmas.
First pitch of the at-bat. Line toward center field. Lagares there to put it away and finally put an end to the end. And come to the plate, however, 5 of them score. Here's Cespedes. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
And he struck him out for the first out of the inning, but perhaps more importantly, he's 5 outs away now.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
That's by him for strike 1. As mentioned early in the broadcast, this series finale had the potential to result in a series sweep, and at this point in the game, it's looking rather promising.
Hey, Matty V, Yogi Berra had a great saying, it ain't over till it's over. Well, this one's just about over with the team playing as well as they are and leading by as much as they are. This one is pretty much in the books.
And that's cut on and missed 0-1.
We're moving along late into this one, and it's no surprise this guy continues to pitch well. Over 80% of his first pitches have been for strike.
Got him. So that's 8 perfect innings, and the fans... So stepping in, Gary Carter. He's got 3 hits, including a double to this point. Here comes the first pitch. Hit sharply on the ground. Lowry's got it. Throw beats him by a half a step. He almost beat that out. But hold on here now. They quickly requested some time to take a look at the replay, and they may decide to challenge that out call.
Yeah, definitely one of those bang-bang plays. And looking at it right here again, I still don't know if I can tell for sure. Going to be interesting to see what they decide to do here.
Now an indication from the dugout is that they will not challenge the call on the field, so the runner is indeed out. Stepping in now, Juan Soto, pulled toward right center field. There to pull it in, Lagares, and there are 2 away now. Ready now, Vladimir Guerrero bats with a homer and 2 doubles to his credit.
Yeah, Matt, that last at bat, that was a pretty good pitch. A fastball down and away that he went out and hooked and pulled it. So if I'm on the mound right now, I'm going to have to think about throwing one up and in and standing this guy up to make that outside corner not as appealing.
Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here, and those don't come along every day. In now, Adam Eaton, skied down the left field line. After it is Cespedes. And now it'll kick around in the corner. Guerrero rounds third and is digging for the plate. He scores as they extend their lead even further.
Well, I'm not sure they can do anything different, but it comes a time where you have to call the dogs off. I mean, they've already scored 20 runs, and this thing ain't over yet. We might be here till midnight.
First pitch on its way. Line toward the alley in left center. Lagares is there, and they go down in a hurry here as his side is hits in the inning, lead to a run for the Nationals. Next up from New York, Jed Lowry starting things for his side in the ninth as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
0-2 the count to Jed Lowry.
Hey, that's another nice two-seamer right there. He's been able to manipulate that pitch all game, keeping it at the hollow of the knee, getting a lot of ground balls and a lot of swing and miss.
Got him swinging on the fastball there. Jed Lowry is retired to kick off the ninth. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1.
I love the fact that this batter continues to be aggressive, but after striking out twice already, maybe he's got to take a step back, see the ball a little bit deeper, and be willing to work deep into the count.
1-2 to Dominic Smith.
Classic strikeout pitch right there on 0-2. It's the one we know he loves going to, but great recognition to lay off in that spot.
Strike 3. So now he's 1 out away from perfection. Adeiny Echeverria will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher. Swing, and he pops him up. This should do it. Corbin is there, makes the catch, and he's done it. A perfect game.
Yeah, you've heard when it rains, it pours. Well, it was raining dominance out here in this one. 27 up, 27 down, and he barely broke a sweat half the time. That's one of the rarest feats in all of sports, and I'm just excited I was here to be a part of it. Perfection is always beautiful.